Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel that takes you deep inside the San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, Jack Hammer. Today I want to talk a little bit about the 49ers defensive line and their pass rush, especially that player opposite of Nick Bosa. The 49ers are going into this offseason. I've already talked about Drake Jackson quite a bit, and I believe that Drake Jackson is going to have a breakout season for the 49ers. But there's several veteran pass rushers that are available on the free agent market. The 49ers have a lot of cap space to maybe go out and get one of those players. Remember last year, Tayshaun Gibson wasn't a member of the 49ers until midway through training camp. Didn't sign with the 49ers until after week 2 of the preseason. He actually was out in Minnesota with the team. That's where he did his workout prior to signing. So that's how late in the process he was brought in. Gibson was one of those players who really helped turn around the San Francisco 49ers defense last season. Now, the 49ers, from all reports and everything we've heard from the team, are very high on Jackson. They believe a great deal in their second round draft pick from last season, that he's going to be able to improve going into 2023. And with this cap space, there's a lot of folks that have been looking at potential veteran pass rushers that could come in and be a part of this team. And it really depends on what the 49ers believe in Drake Jackson. If they believe that Jackson can be that guy opposite of Nick Bosa, the guy that can hold down that position, play the majority of the snaps, be the main contributor at that defensive end spot, there's not many veterans that really fit the bill for what the 49ers would be looking for there. You know, guys like Yannick Ngakoue, that's a name you hear quite a bit. Jason Pierre-Paul is another name that gets brought up. Leonard Floyd, who was with the Rams last season, another name that gets brought up. And you start to look at the veterans that are out there, all three of those names that I just mentioned, including some of the other high-profile veteran defensive ends, there's one downfall to them coming to the 49ers, or one reason why I would say that that's probably not likely, and that's these guys all take a high volume of snaps. Yes, they are productive, but part of the reason their production is so high is because they're also playing somewhere between 60 to 70% of the snaps. And if the 49ers truly believe in Drake Jackson, these veterans that they bring in aren't going to play that number of snaps. They're going to probably be playing somewhere more in the range of 35-40% of the snaps, and they're going to have to be productive based off of those totals. And a guy like Ngakoue or Floyd, those types of players, don't really fit into the 49ers mold or into their scheme if this is the case, if they are high on Drake Jackson. But there is one that's out there that makes a lot of sense, and it also makes a lot of sense that this veteran hasn't signed with the team just yet, and that is Justin Houston. Houston has proven over his career that he can be highly productive without needing a high number of reps, needing a high number of snaps. You look at Houston, and he's been productive, getting around 35 to 40% of the snaps when he's been in that situation. He's been much more productive than any of the other veteran defensive ends on the market. So when you look at the defensive end position, you look at the 49ers in terms of their salary cap space that they created. They have enough money to bring in a guy like Houston, probably not going to be very expensive. And also Houston's a veteran who, quite frankly, probably doesn't want to be going through the entire offseason. Probably wants to show up, a week or two into training camp, be ready to go, and be able to come on and be a good third down pass rusher, or a good situational pass rusher where they can maybe take Drake Jackson off the field to give him a rest, and now you have a really good solid veteran guy to come in and replace him. Or maybe even they want to decide that they're going to use Drake Jackson on the inside, and they could put Justin Houston outside of him and really have a NASCAR type package where you just get a lot of speed on the field. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. We know the 49ers have a lot of cap space, but when it comes to edge pass rushers for San Francisco, Justin Houston is the name that makes the most sense from where I'm sitting, based on the number of snaps and the number of reps that player's probably going to get. And again, that all depends on the 49ers' belief in what they have in Drake Jackson. So take it for what it's worth. Hope you're enjoying the content here on the channel. If you can, please hit that like button before you leave, and then also subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything that happens right here on Inside the 49ers with Jack Hammer. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll be talking with you soon.